way.
All right, so the first thing I want to draw attention to is, again, this is a high hang power snatch. All things considered, it's really not a bad lift for sure, but a couple things I would like to draw attention to that will help you in the long run. So once we're into our dip position where we're going to come out of for the extension, if I draw attention to your feet out of the gate, right here, let's try that again. So right here we have relatively even foot pressure, but watch your toes as you extend right there. So you rock back just a little bit as you come out of that position. And then if you look at your hips at the same time, they disconnect from the bar as your toes rock back. Let's go here. So it'll be right here. There, your hips rocked back and you came up on your toes just a little bit. So it's a less pronounced problem when you see it in a high hang snatch because we're starting from a relatively good position. But as we do other movements beyond just the high hang power snatch, those issues can become more pronounced. So kind of the fix there is the same things you hear us say a lot. In that position, especially in a high hang, you need even foot pressure, big toe in the ground, little toe in the ground, heel in the ground. That pressure stays even throughout as we begin to extend and bring our hips through up until about this point right here. So in this position, your feet should still be relatively flat on the ground with even foot pressure. And then once that bar is right here, right before we extend up and back, that's when you're naturally roll through your toes for the triple extension. So again, other than even foot pressure, again, keeping lats tight, knuckles down, that'll also keep the bar connected to us at the hip so we don't have that little rock back motion where our hips disconnect from the bar. Next, I will commend you on that triple extension. Your extension is actually very good. So again, the slight timing issue where we still want to be on our heels, but beyond that, and again, that's not terrible to begin with, but your extension is actually very good. Hips, knee, ankle, up and at backward angle just a little bit. So very good there. Your elbow turnover is probably the next thing I'll draw a little bit of attention to. Again, I'm nitpicking pretty hard here. But again, we turn our elbow over just a little bit lower than we'd like. So good extension. As you begin to pull under the bar, it never really comes above the shoulder. Again, it stays pretty level with the shoulder. So again, just think about how we do our regular high pulls. I would almost encourage doing weighted high pulls to kind of reinforce that motion. So again, think high elbow as we pull ourselves under the bar and unfold our arms. And then a little praise. I will say your catch position is actually very good. Your head's in a very good position. You look relaxed, relatively comfortable. And then also where your hips and knees are at in the catch position is actually very good as well. You're at about as strong of an angle as we can be to generate force in our hips, so a very good position to receive the bar in. So again, just to summarize, think of your pull, think of your high pull as before for the elbow turnover, and then try to keep even foot pressure, keep your lats pulled tight. That'll keep the bar in better position. And then just try to think about what your feet are doing as you come into that power position before the extension. All right, let's look at one more time all the way through. We'll go half speed. So again, good here. Hips disconnect just a little bit as we go there, but good catch position overall. So just work on those few things and you should have a very bright hang power snatch future ahead of you.